Model 3 will be available in South Africa? I have no idea. They haven't even announced plans for China. That's the biggest market. So we'll have to wait till next year. Okay, so Jeffrey says, what do you think about the spaceship controls? Okay. Look, I know that in the past I've been a little bit of a champion for this HUD thing. And after taking everything in consideration, now this has always been in the back of my mind. Keep in mind, whenever I talked about the HUD situation, that it's always been a possibility. It didn't say it was going to happen or all the evidence was there that it was going to happen. It's always been, it's a possibility given the fact that they have one center screen, the middle one, and no binnacle, which is the instrument panel. Here, I'm going to show you a picture. Well, okay, so that's what we're talking about, okay? So, if you take that into consideration, the question comes, where are they going to put the autopilot information? So, having listened to what Elon has said recently, I think the interior on the Model 3 reveal prototypes, alphas, is exactly what we're going to get. I remember when I saw the reveal event and I saw the interior, see, I went into it thinking, if they show this vehicle and this is what they intend on going into production, will I be happy with what they presented? And the answer is yes. But still thinking that, you know, with the Model X, maybe they added a few things. Now it's very evident now that they are not adding any more features to this car. They have a timeline to keep because it's critical that they get this car out on time. So there's definitely no HUD. Elon has tweeted, I think it was early this morning or late last night, that they are still working on the user interface for the vehicle, and there will be some autopilot information that will be on the screen. We don't know exactly where, we don't know how it's going to look. I think it's interesting that this promised user interface update has yet to materialize yet, so there's a possibility that maybe they're just holding off a little bit longer till they can maybe unify stuff. I don't know. But for those of you who are looking at the interior and no HUD, just basically look at the production, at the alpha prototypes. Here's a picture of the interior. We'll talk about the steering wheel here in a second. Here's another shot, a little wider shot. Here's another one, looking center screen. Notice in this picture where the speedometer is, top left-hand corner, and it's right in your line of sight. So it's only a tiny little bit off to the right of where you would normally look with a binnacle. So, I'll be honest with you, I've owned two cars, a Yaris in the past, don't ask, and a Nissan Quest for the family, and that both had the instrument panels in the center of the vehicle, did not have the display in front of the steering wheel. And I'm here to tell you firsthand that it is something you get used to very, very quickly. And it's, even though the speedometers are actually positioned in the top left-hand corner of those binnacles, it is something you get used to, and it's not something you stare at constantly. You just move your eyes over and you look at it real quick. Keep in mind, most of the time when you're driving, most of it's by feel. You know how fast you're going.